Good afternoon, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and welcome into Live at 5 here on WBON TV. Filling in due to a last-minute scratch for Grindeland, I am Michael Watkins, and today on Live at 5, it was a busy weekend for rescue crews in Powell County. We have multiple stories out of the Stanton area, plus good news for the city of Richmond as more new businesses now open up in the city. Sam Ryan will join us with today's weather forecast, and brackets will soon be busted. In today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, we will look at the company bracket challenge and let you know how to sign up for free. But first, to lead things off here on Live at 5, Friday was the last full week of the 2025 legislative session, but there is still plenty of work to be done at the state capitol. We began today's newscast with our big story as Keith West breaks down some of the biggest headlines from Frankfort.
Scores of bills are headed to the governor's desk after lawmakers made a final grinding push to wrangle votes and hammer out compromises between the House and the Senate. Friday wrapped up the last full week of the 2025 legislative session and brought an end to several days of marathon floor proceedings in both chambers. It also marked the beginning of the 10-day veto recess, during which the governor can veto bills, sign them into law, or allow them to become law without his signature. One of the most watched and contested bills is House Bill 4, a measure that would seek to end diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives known as DEI at public post-secondary institutions in Kentucky. The legislation would forbid differential treatment in hiring, admissions, scholarships, and other areas based on religion, race, sex, color, or national origin. The issue loomed large over the session. Lawmakers sparred over the racial disparities and the legacy of slavery before voting to advance House Bill 4 off the Senate floor. Abortion has surfaced as a major issue after lawmakers amended a measure on freestanding birthing centers into a broader maternal health bill that seeks to clarify some uncertainties over Kentucky's abortion law. The final version of House Bill 90 includes provisions to ensure that women experiencing a miscarriage, ectopic pregnancy, molar pregnancy, or other life-threatening complications can receive care. It calls on hospitals and birthing centers to offer prenatal palliative care to women who receive a prenatal diagnosis of deadly fetal abnormalities. And Senate Bill 3, legislation that would update Kentucky's name, image, and likeness law for college athletes, passed both chambers. The measure aligns with national standards in the aftermath of the House v. NCAA court case. The case could open the door to universities directly compensating student athletes. Lawmakers are scheduled to reconvene on March 27th and 28th for the final 2 days of this year's 30-day session. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks, Keith, for that story. Lots going on in Frankfort. Earlier today, officials with the Whitehall Volunteer Fire Department have reported that part of the Lexington Road near Boone's Trace subdivision has been closed as a result of a mudslide. As of Monday morning, the roadway from the subdivision to the Fayette County line at the old Clays Ferry Bridge was closed down until further notice. This is still a developing story. One person died Friday following a crash in Lexington. According to Lexington police, officers were dispatched to the 3700 block of Camelot Drive shortly after 5 p.m. in response to a vehicle in a structure. At the scene, emergency crews reportedly found the vehicle halfway inside of that structure. 2 people were taken from the hospital site, or from the crash site to a hospital. One of the victims, identified as 67-year-old Mary Downs, was pronounced dead at 7 p.m. Friday by the Fayette County coroner. The cause of death was ruled as a result of multiple blunt force injuries and was reportedly deemed an accident by the coroner. The building damaged in the crash was cleared and deemed safe by the Lexington Fire Department. Police say that at this time, no criminal charges are expected. Well, on Saturday, Powell County Search and Rescue located 2 hikers that were overdue. Reportedly, a friend of the hikers contacted Search and Rescue at around 3:30 p.m. after waiting an hour and a half past the agreed return time at the Red River Gorge. The GPS location for the hikers, GPS, had also stopped pinging and all calls went to voicemail. Their vehicle was reportedly located at the Oxear Ridge trailhead around 3:50 p.m. It was determined after interviewing several hikers exiting the trail that no one had seen the hikers the group were searching for. Officials say that a full search response commenced at 4:05 p.m. At around 5:30 p.m., the hikers were found safe and uninjured. Reportedly, the hikers had taken shelter due to heavy rain and strong winds. Officials would like to remind visitors that when visiting the Red River Gorge, to never hike alone, and if you do, to always tell someone your expected return time. In more news out of Powell County, a rock slide in Powell County on Saturday temporarily closed a road just outside of Stanton. According to Kristen Gauss with the Powell County Search and Rescue, they received a call at around 7:55 p.m. that a tree, rocks, and debris were covering Stanton Road. No injuries were reported. The roadway was closed down as crews cleared the scene, and it was reopened reportedly by around 9 p.m. The weather was very hectic this weekend, but today was quite nice if you were outside and were able to enjoy it on this St. Patrick's Day. When we come back, we'll check in with Sam Ryan about the weather ahead for the week here on WBON TV Live at 5.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammoet Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammoet Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation, and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us. Welcome back into Live at 5. Michael Watkins here with you on this St. Patrick's Day. The weekend weather was not kind to many of us here in central Kentucky. Over the weekend, while scrolling through Facebook, I saw multiple videos and pictures posted online of trampolines flying around. There were multiple power outages across the coverage area and numerous accidents as well. Today, however, was much more like spring, and as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day, we check in with Sam Ryan, who's joining us today with an early check-in on the week's weather forecast.
Hi, thank you, Michael, and welcome everybody. After a cold afternoon here on our St. Patrick's Day, we had plenty of sunshine, but it has been chilly out there, to say the least. We're going to flip the script very quickly. Like flipping on a light switch, those temperatures will rapidly warm up beginning tonight. So tomorrow, if you're going to be outside, you can probably ditch the jacket even, kind of borderline for the afternoon. And then we'll continue to warm up Wednesday. As the system moves in, that's going to drive the wind. It'll be breezy Tuesday, windy Wednesday, and a few storms late Wednesday. Cooler with Thursday, and then we have another system moving in towards the weekend and early next week that may even bring some severe storms back to the area. Again, that would be sometime about 7 days away from now. I know that's a long ways out, but just to kind of give you a heads up. In the meantime, again, high pressure exiting to the east. Here's a system developing off the lee side of the Rockies. And notice bringing in some colder air on the north side and northwest side of that. So they're going to be dealing with snow up there. And we'll have just a few showers kind of passing through. Waking up in the morning, though, a nice quiet start. We'll have clear skies. Temperatures waking up around 35 here in Richmond and Berea at 38. Daytime highs. It's going to be a nice afternoon. I suppose you can get rid of the jacket. 74. Room temperature, what is that? 71, 72? All right, 73 in Lancaster. Danville at 73. And those winds, still breezy here Tuesday, but they're really increasing Wednesday. Still out of the south, still warm. Then they dive out of the northwest Thursday as that cold front moves in. So with these showers and storms late Wednesday, because it's arriving so late, we just have a general thunderstorm chance. Can't rule out an isolated severe storm possible. It's a much lower end chance, though, of any kind of rain or thunderstorms with this system. But if we do happen to see a thunderstorm, could produce some gusty winds, maybe a little bit of spin to the atmosphere off to our west. Checking things out here, though, we'll stay dry through about Wednesday early afternoon. Reach a high again of 74. Strong winds might have a wind advisory out here on Wednesday. And look at that cool down, below freezing Thursday night. Michael?
Man, we appreciate that, Sam. Looking forward to the next 2 days. Mid-70s for a temperature high. Of course, Thursday is dropping back down, but thank you for that update. Folks, if you like the weather forecast and you want to stay up to date all the time, it's easy for you to do. You can check out our extended forecast posted onto the WBONTV.com website. For weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. You can also find it posted daily on the WBON TV Facebook page. Well, Carrie Hensley is the Economic and Small Business Development Coordinator for the City of Richmond. And although we are only a few months into the year 2025, Carrie has been quite busy as new businesses continue to flock to the area. In last week's Richmond City Commissioner meeting, 3 new businesses were introduced to the commissioners, Mayor Blythe, and those in attendance, and got to go into detail about what they will be providing and doing for the community.
So, welcome. We have 3 new businesses to showcase tonight. And our first is certainly not a new business here in Richmond, but we do have new agents. So, I would like to introduce John Clark and Brandy Clark. If they want to come up and just say a few words about their State Farm, and then we'll get a photo at the end.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. My name is John Clark. This is my wife, Erica Clark. We have been Madison County. She's been a Madison County native her whole life. We're very excited to open up our State Farm agency. We've moved our location as Don's office has closed downtown. We are up at exit 90, just off the exit across from Whitehall Elementary on Brandy Lane. As you can see in the sign there, we've split the building with Coldwell Banker McMahon. She is a real estate agent with that company. So it works out. I like to work next to my wife. It's nice. We see each other more frequently. So we're right there next to each other. Our team that we've put together is all local Madison County people that really have a heart for serving the community. And we look forward to showing up for this community in every way we can.
Our next business is Exodus Driving Training, and I'm going to call Paul King to tell us a little bit about this and where it's located.
Hello, I'm Paul, the owner of Exodus Driver Training. We've been in Berea for a while now. We've moved to the old Richmond Mall location. We are an FMCSA certified ELDT provider. So since I have such a short time, you'll just have to Google the acronyms if you want to know what they mean. I'm only playing. So in February of 2021, FMCSA mandated that anyone who wished to receive a CDL had to go through a certified training provider. So that's what we do. Takes about 4 weeks to get through the class, and starting salaries are around $68,000 on average for home daily jobs. If someone wants to go over the road or regional, they can push that six-figure mark. So it's a really good thing. It's not for everyone, but it's good for a lot of people. That's what we do. We have a 100% pass rate, and we are also involved with several subsidiaries of the Workforce Initiative. We work with KCC, Vocational Rehab, Big Sandy Community Technical, and some others as well. And so that's pretty much what we do as a rule. But we also are Kentucky State Police certified to offer basic driver's ed. Now the schools don't offer it. So if your student comes and completes our program, any insurance company that gives a discount for a driver's ed program having been completed will accept our certificate and give the discount.
We have Four Leaf Studios, LLC, and I'm going to call Daryl Shorter to tell us what he's got and where he's located.
Hi everybody, I'm Daryl Shorter. I own and operate Four Leaf Studios down in 908 East Main. I just moved here from another state where I owned another tattoo shop. I'm a little different than other tattoo places. It's just me there. It's not like a street shop. I'm a little more intimate and private. I also donate all my tips every month to local charities, organizations that do good things in the community or anywhere else that people want to donate their tips to. I also give 15% off to all military families, first responders, and nurses. It's nice out here. I really like Richmond. And I look forward to doing business out here.
To watch the entirety of last week's commissioner meeting, you can find it on the City of Richmond YouTube channel. We'll have another commissioner meeting coming up next Tuesday. We'll step aside for another commercial break here on Live at 5, folks. Do not go anywhere. When we come back, the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report on the other side here on Live at 5.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hicks and Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad yet.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
When inclement weather hits the greater Richmond area, you can count on Richmond's very own WBON TV9 News Team. Continuing news team coverage of traffic alerts, power outages, road conditions, and traffic impacts like accidents or downed trees. Accurate forecast, watches and warnings, local cancellations and delays, and official information from Emergency Management and the National Weather Service. Be sure to like and follow WBON TV on Facebook for breaking news, alerts, watches, and warnings, and log on to WBONTV.com for all the news on your schedule. Count on WBON TV 9 and our media partners 100.7 FM The Coyote for outstanding team coverage when you need it most. Thanks for watching Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Welcome back in to Live at 5 here on WBON TV. And today in sports, we'll check in with this handsome young man from Eastern Kentucky. He will be previewing the details of the bracket challenge from here at Wallingford Media Group. And with that, we turn it over for today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report.
Hey everyone, good afternoon and happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you had a great weekend and hope that you are ready for some more madness. As this is the time of year where essentially chaos ensues. The NCAA tournament bracket came out last night, and our annual partnership with 100.7 The Coyote and the bracket challenge that we do every year is ready for you to log in and fill out your bracket for free with some great prizes up for grabs. Last year, yours truly brought home the first place prize, and I have intentions on going back-to-back like UConn did last year. So I guess the big question is, do you have what it takes to knock me off? Head on over right now to WCYOFM.com and click on the graphic that will directly take you to where you need to get to fill out your bracket. This year, I'm so confident in my picks that I'm going to lay them out for you right now. We'll start in the South region, where Auburn is the #1 seed. I have a few upsets taking place in this side of the bracket, including North Carolina knocking off Ole Miss and UC San Diego making a run to the Sweet 16 before losing to the Tigers, who I have coming out of the South region. In the West, more upsets. First, could you imagine an Arkansas versus St. John second-round matchup? Now, I have Kansas knocking off the Razorbacks in round 1, but if it were John Calipari versus Rick Pitino in the NCAA tournament, can you imagine the ratings? In this region, I have Drake winning over Missouri and Colorado State and Grand Canyon, both winning in round 1, with an eventual matchup of Florida versus St. John's and the Gators coming out of the West region. In the East, we'll find Duke as the 1 seed. The Blue Devils have an Anthony Davis-like player in Cooper Flagg, the outstanding freshman, who has been the best player in the country all year long. And you remember what Davis did when he was at Kentucky with the same type of hype. I have a lot of chalk in this region, with Duke and Alabama eventually meeting in the Elite Eight, and those dreaded Dukies moving on to the Final Four. And in the Midwest is where we'll find our beloved Kentucky Wildcats. Mark Pope, in his first year, has really done a great job of once again rebuilding the brand and the culture of Kentucky basketball. But how far does he need to go in this tournament to make Cats fans happy? I have Kentucky making it to the Sweet 16 before losing to a team they have already beaten twice this season, Tennessee. The Vols, however, still won't find themselves in the Final Four, as I have Gonzaga making a run out of this region and knocking off the Volunteers in the Elite Eight. So my Final Four features 3 1 seeds and an 8 seed Gonzaga. I have Duke and Florida advancing to the championship game in what could potentially be one of the most exciting title games in recent years. I expect it to be high scoring, fast paced, and the Gators coming out on top. Florida has been on a tear recently and has been so consistent all year, and I have them cutting down the nets at the end of this tournament. How does your bracket shape up? Fill out yours for free right now at WCYLFM.com, and we'll look at the standings when we check back in later on this week. Also, don't forget tonight is the first WBON TV baseball game of the year, featuring two of our teams meeting in game number 1. Madison Central and Madison Southern baseball will get things started tonight. First pitch has been moved back to 6 p.m., and that game will take place at Madison Central. Watch live on WBON TV with Jamie Boggs and John Bailey on the call. For our Monday Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels! Is it here? Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Welcome back in to Live at 5. To wrap things up here, the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers are asking for the public's help with identifying this man that you can see in the image. This image was taken from a security camera in the 200 block of Preakness Drive at around 9 p.m. on March 3rd. According to the victim, the man stole a package from her front porch. If you have any information regarding the identity of this man, you are asked to contact Lexington Police at 859-258-3600, or you can submit anonymous tips to the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers at 859-253-2020. Folks, don't forget to head on over now to WCYOFM.com. Fill out your bracket for free. See if you can beat me this year because you weren't able to last year. We'll wrap things up for today's Live at 5. Thanks for watching. Enjoy that warmer weather and happy St. Patrick's Day from all of us at WBON TV.